Hello, my name is Mike Ward. I'm the Global Director of Content in Informa Pharma Intelligence. We're here in Cologne at the Bio Europe meeting, and I'm joined by Matthias Schroff, who is the new CEO of Vaximm, which is a Swiss-based vaccines company. Matthias, thanks for joining us. So, Vaximm, you guys are in the immuno-oncology space, which is one of the hottest spaces at the moment. What is it that differentiates you, that gets you a share of voice?
We have a very exciting technology which is orally delivered, which distinguishes us from almost any other company who's developing T-cell vaccines. So it's a bacterial solution that you swallow, and then it goes into the stomach and through the stomach into the intestine and generates a T-cell response against the antigen that we want to have this T-cell response generated.
So where did the idea originate?
That originates from the Scripps Institute in California.
All right, in La Jolla, California.
In La Jolla, California, yes. And there it was published and then taken over by Merck. And Merck did a spin-off, and the spin-off is Vaximm, and this was 8 years ago. Yeah. The technology now is in the clinical development with one compound. It's a target against VEGFR2. And there we performed a phase 1 study successfully. Were able to prove safety and also first hints of efficacy, and right now pursuing this in combination with checkpoint inhibitors.
Right, okay. And are you in collaboration or in partnership with those checkpoint inhibitors? I mean, how do you access that combination?
Yeah, that's the purpose of being here at the Bio Europe right now, because we are looking out for collaborations with pharma companies owning these checkpoint inhibitors, but also with academic institutes who have an interest in our approach in specific indications. And so we are in discussion right now how to proceed there and whether we get the checkpoint inhibitor provided by pharma companies or do it in collaboration with the institute.
So what's your elevator pitch? So if I'm Bristol Myers or Merck, who are the guys with the most checkpoint inhibitors, what's your pitch to me?
The pitch would be that we have a technology where we can generate T cells specific for the tumor, and what we know is that sometimes checkpoint inhibitors alone don't work because they are not T cells specific for the tumor. So the combination of our T cell activation platform plus the checkpoint inhibitor will give an additional benefit to the patient.
Right. Now you said it's currently in a phase 1, phase 2 trial.
Yes.
So when do we expect the readouts from that?
So the phase 1 first in men study is completed. Yeah. So right now we are in phase 1/2A studies where we have already done some readouts. We also had already a clinical response in glioblastoma patients. So we have 2 studies running, one in colorectal cancer, one in glioblastoma, and the readout we expect to be in the next year, in the coming year.
Right. And how have you financed the company to date, and particularly these trials?
Yeah, so it's a VC-backed company, privately held. We have 4 investors so far backing up the company. For the continuing clinical development, of course, we are looking for additional money. Series A was completely financed by these 4. They committed to participate in the next round also, and we are actively looking for other investors to invest in.
So who are the sort of the cornerstone investors you have at the moment?
The cornerstone is BB Biotech Ventures, right, Merck Ventures, right, Sunstone Capital, and Biomed Partners.
All right, okay. And how much did you raise in the Series A?
Series A plus the seed financing was around 28 million euro. Oh no, Swiss franc, sorry.
Swiss francs,
yeah.
right, yeah. These days I can't.
There's almost no difference.
I've got no idea where the currencies are. Everything seems to be the same. So a pound, a dollar, euro, Swiss franc. So it doesn't really matter. It's just 20 million something. So you got some finance. You're looking to do a Series B. Is that
yep.
Have you got a sort of a target of how much money you'd like to raise?
Yeah, so in the end, to push forward the clinical development program and the preclinical program that we have also with our platform technology, we are looking around 20 to 30 million euro to raise to be able to push this forward in the next 3 years.
Right. Okay. And you're also looking sort of for partners.
Of course.
And would you look them to be a strategic investor in the business, or are you just looking for checkpoint inhibitor assets that you can bolt onto your own technology?
So in the end there we have different strategies. On one side, of course, we want to push forward the clinical development program with investors, but on the other side we are looking for partners for the clinical programs, but also for the preclinical programs. We have a program where we can add a big benefit on the neoantigen approach, because our platform technology is very easy to modify, or very robust in the production, and very fast to get from the information of the neoantigens until to the patient. And therefore, we are following different strategies for the early and for the later.
Okay, and I mean, do you have a sort of a wish list of, the sort of the attributes, or the, what a partner would bring to the table?
So of course, an interest in the T-cell activation platform. So it has to be active vaccination that they are interested in, that they believe that the T-cell generating platform is something that can add benefit to them. Most probably it should be a company who has a checkpoint inhibitor in development. And of course, for the neoantigen approach, it could be a company who has the expertise in identifying neoantigens, where we can deliver the platform to really get it to the patient.
Okay, so you joined the company 2 months ago?
Yes, 2 months ago.
1st of September, I think you said. So, what did you promise the board that you were, if they hired you, what were you going to bring to the table?
So my experience is about 17 years in the immuno-oncology field. So I worked formerly in a company which also was active in the immuno-oncology. I pushed it into phase 3, the clinical development program, and therefore my expertise lies in the immuno-oncology. And so I think together with the board, it's not only me, we will get this company to the point where we have the proof of concept in the clinical development.
Right. Okay. Matthias, thank you very much for coming and sharing that story with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.